Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to the Chicago Cubs. Today we dust ourselves off, we go again and just hope that, we can't be more disappointing than last season, was it? 99 games, equal best record in Major League Baseball and done in Game 3 of the wild card. It's basically par for the course if you watch this channel. Certainly it was at the Tigers. We don't want to start that habit again though, do we? We've got money to spend. We don't have much wrong with us, but we can definitely strengthen. So we're going to go off to our end of season awards momentarily. When we come back, we'll see who's won the World Series. If it's Cincinnati or Milwaukee, I think we'll all be very disappointed. But let's face it, it's almost certainly going to be Cincinnati, isn't it? So, yeah, let's get this show on the road.
Go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Chicago Cubs End of Season Awards! Thank you everybody. Thank you, Chicago, you're too kind. Thank you so much and welcome to our Chicago Cubs End of Season Awards. We were the best team in baseball and we couldn't get past the wild card. It's typical, isn't it? But broken system. Hate the player, not the game, I suppose. But yeah, the boys did a really, really good job this season. For the first time ever, I went into a season with a strategy. And who knew? It worked. It paid out for us. And we almost, we did have the best. We were the best team in baseball. We just need to show up in October now, don't we? But I'm rambling. Congratulations, guys. You've all had a good year. Let's hand out some silverware. First award this evening is for the pitcher with the most wins, and ironically we didn't see this guy in the postseason. I maybe need to look at some stats a little bit closer, don't I? But 14 wins, congratulations, Anthony Molina. The next award goes to the man with the highest batting average. And, I really do wish this guy was available for the postseason, I've got to say. Batting .309 until a hitman came and broke his ankle. Congratulations, Vlad Jr. Next award is the Golden Bullseye, awarded to the player who has been hit most by pitchers through the season. And I don't know what this guy's done, but 20 times he was hit. That is a ridiculous amount. I mean, stop sleeping with people's wives and girlfriends, man. So anyway, the Golden Bullseye goes to Brennan Davis. The next award is the Golden Anchor, awarded to the player who has dragged us down by hitting into the most double plays. And, this guy knows double plays, hit into 14 of them. Was involved in a few in the field as well. Congratulations, Dansby Swanson. Next up is the Golden Boot for the pitcher with the most walks issued. And, this guy is, he's leaving. Let's be honest, he's leaving. And 73 walks, he'll be walking away with a Golden Boot. Congratulations, Lance McCullers Jr. The next award are the Golden Glasses, awarded to the hitter who has struck out the most. And this is very impressive. The winner was not an everyday player, so imagine what sort of tally he could have put up. 148, though, is what he managed. Congratulations, Joshua Mears. The next award is the Golden K for the pitcher with the most strikeouts, and it's no secret this guy is an absolute favourite of mine. 183 strikeouts this season. Congratulations. Couldn't quite get it done in Game 3, though. Jack Perkins. The next award is the Golden Broom, awarded to the man who sweeps clean the bases, the man with the most assists. And a bit of a default winner this season. It would have gone to Vlad if he had stayed fit, but that's what you get for getting injured. So in replacement of him, with 93 RBIs, the winner is William McQuaid. The next award is for the pitcher with the lowest ERA. And, this guy, absolutely phenomenal. We moved him into closer halfway through the season or thereabouts, and he just never looked back. An ERA of 0.92. Congratulations, David Bednar. And now it's time to award the man with the most home runs off of his bat. And, well, again, this probably would have been Vlad's award if he hadn't broken his ankle. But again, with 31 home runs, the man to step in and steal away his trophy, William McQuaid. And now it's time to award the horse's ass for this season's worst player. And this guy disappointed me all through the regular season. Against my better judgment, I included him in the playoff roster anyway, and then he gave up a grand friggin' slam in Game 3 of the Wild Card Series. You're an absolute disgrace. You will never play for the Cubs again under my watch. Congratulations, Matt Cantorino. And now it's time for the award for the best pitcher. Cantorino, you can stay in your seat, mate. As ever, there is a formula we use to determine this, and that, along with all tonight's winners, is listed down in the description of the video below. But in third place, with a score of 28.23, is San Martin. In second place, with a score of 41.08, is my man Jack Perkins. But on the back of an incredible ERA, the winner with a score of 88.04 is David Bednar. And now it's time to acknowledge the best hitter. Again, we do have a formula we use to determine this, which is again down in the description of the video below. In third place with a score of 38.41, it is Petey Crow Armstrong. In second place with a score of 55.55 is Injury Zone Vladimir Jr. And the winner, again sweeping in to clean up Vladimir's awards with a score of 59.28. Congratulations, William McQuaid. And now it's time for the big one. We have to award the Golden All-Star for this season's MVP. Now, I do just want to take a moment to thank everybody who nominated their candidates and then voted for their nominees. And with 50% of the vote, I can tell you this season's MVP at the Chicago Cubs, on the back of an insane ERA, is David Bednar. Congratulations to David and the rest of the winners this evening. I do just want to take a moment to thank you all for coming out this evening. I look forward to seeing you all back at Wrigley Field next season. And I'm annoyed. I'm really, really annoyed that we were the best team in baseball and still got knocked out in the wild card. We're going to have money to spend, and god damn it, we're going to spend it. We are not going to be risking everything in a wild card series next year. If we have to win 160 games to beat those friggin' cards, who are they? The Reds. We'll do it. We are not going second in our division next season. So enjoy your off season. I'll see you back at Wrigley next year with a over 100 game winning team. I swear it. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy your night. Thank you. Thank you very much. So there we go. End of season awards are done. And in the most predictable thing ever, the Brewers have won the friggin' World Series. They've 5 games over the Brewers, over the Reds, I should say. 6 games over the Angels, and then 6 games over the Dodgers, then 6 games over the Angels in the World Series. So unbelievable. Just unbelievable. I'm so imagine being a Brewers fan. Almost 200 games of baseball in the regular season, won for absolutely nothing. All done in our first series about both us and the Reds. We can cry in each other's drinks, can't we? Alright, mates, this is an industrial deep fryer. It'll fry anything I want, you say. That's interesting. Hello? Hello, Bruce. What's up, mate? You just want to move into a smaller shell down in Cuba. Look, mate, I'm going to be honest. I'm sorry to see you go, but given where I am now, that's probably for the best. All right, Bruce, good luck. So there we go. Bruce Crabb has decided to retire. It saves me from an awkward decision, to be honest. So, yeah, there we go. But if we have a look at some of the other end of season stuff here, I mean, we had a good season, didn't we? We just didn't quite show up in the postseason when we should have. We want to acquire an MVP award winner. I mean, we already have one in Vlad, don't we? Hasn't he won it before? I don't think we need two of them. Have a final balance of 26 million. Bring in a manager with a better reputation. He's the best crustacean in baseball, mate. Top 6 minor league system. I don't really know how you do that, if I'm honest. Bring in more of our drafted players. We're getting to it. Improve our international amateur find and reach the World Series in the next 4 seasons, which we will be trying to do. A new budget. We'll check exactly what that means momentarily here. I've had my contract extended. I don't think that was ever really in doubt. Our trainer is leaving. I just am a little concerned that we had too many injuries. He's not good at preventing arm injuries. Rehabbing arm injuries is good, but I'd probably rather he's better at preventing them rather than having to rehab injuries that have happened. So we'll wait and see if we can. Hopefully we can get somebody better than him. Everybody else here is leaving because we wanted them to. Trade proposal from the Braves. I'm not doing trades just yet. So we'll just reject that for now because we'll get to that later on. Arbitrations. Let's have a look and see what we've got here. All right, Jack Perkins will obviously be staying. San Martin will be staying. Cantorino, I'm not going to let him go for nothing, but I think we will probably look to trade him. Chris Clark is somebody I think I want to come back in. So let's offer him 1.8, given that he was in AAA and not doing particularly well in AAA last season, if I'm honest. But I would like to bring him back in, I think. Croquet, I think, can stay. He showed some promise, didn't he? Herta, 3 million is a little bit of money, but he is good out of the bullpen. Roberts can stay. Cole Sands, 5 million is a lot, but he's good out of the bullpen. Vargas, I really like. Zerpa, we'll think about that, mate. Estrada can go. He's not worth keeping. I'll try and trade him if I can before that. McQuaid, 10.6. I mean, he's just worth it, isn't he? Kalinic, we will try and trade at this point. I don't think he is worth keeping. And anybody else here, McCullers Jr. can go. Rojas can go. And Alvarado can go as well. So that is that. Yeah, we're going to check front office and we're going to check how much money that leaves us with. So 49 million that's for the free agents, isn't it? And 23 million for extensions for next season, 2028, which is the end of this coming season we're about to start. So that's a long way off. Let's not worry about that. That's just going to confuse me. All right, now we have done a little bit of maneuvering with our staff. So let's have a look at our new manager, Rich. This guy. Linares, or whatever you want to say that. Now, he was at our AA, I think, Tennessee Smokies team. You can see he had a really good record, particularly this last season, where he won Manager of the Year. So I thought, well, if there's ever a chance to promote him, this is it. The only downside is he likes to hire his own pitching coach. I'm thinking, and if you do know, let me know, there's a way to override that. Just because of the way I play, all I do is the staff and that. So I don't really want him to take that away from me. But anyway, so he's our new manager. Hopefully he can take his AA form into the majors for us and get the job done there. We also have a new trainer, and that is Jerry Burgess. I've gone for someone who prevents injuries. He's not necessarily good at rehabbing them, but hopefully if we can stop the injuries from happening, then there's no need to rehab, is there? So that's what I'm hoping for on that account. So that is that. I think that's the only major league changes that we made. So we'll see how they get on. And of course, it is time for Major League Baseball awards. And as ever, we start with the Golden Gloves. This is the American League here, so we can see all the winners there. And if we go and have a look at the National League, we do have a Gold Glove. It is Pete Crow Armstrong. It is absolutely deserved in center field. So that is excellent news there. Reliever of the Year is next. Now we can see it was Gregory Santos of the White Cubs, the White Sox even, that won it for the American League. Over in the National League, unsurprisingly perhaps, with an ERA of under 1, it was our closer, David Bednar, that has won Reliever of the Year. So well done to him. Is that the first time he's won it? It is. It is the first time he's won it. So a one-time All-Star and now Reliever of the Year as well. Next up is the Silver Sluggers. So we can see the winners there for the American League. Some names there that are very familiar to us. Over in our league, in the National League though, and let's have a look here. We have Vlad Jr., perhaps unsurprisingly amongst first basemen, winning. And down the bottom there, William McQuaid has won it for designated hitters. So 2 Silver Sluggers this year. Shame we didn't have that in the postseason, isn't it? All right, next up it is Rookie of the Year. So in the American League, it was Juan Maldonado. Now, he was, you may remember, the center fielder that was an international free agent at the end of this time last season. So he has won Rookie of the Year there. Over in the National League, I'm not even sure if we had any rookies, but it was Christian Rodriguez of the Marlins who was won Rookie of the Year. Manager of the Year, I should say, is next. Did Crab win it on his way out? Possibly, we had a 99-game season. So it was the LA Angels manager that won it for the American League, and it was Craig Counsell, the Brewers friggin' manager, that won it in our league. I mean, it's fair enough, he won the World Series, but come on, man, you were 16 games behind us or something in the regular season. Cy Young is next. I always think Jack Perkins deserves a shout in this. So in the American League, it was Daniel Udekirk of... I tell you, maybe I'm not that far away from that name, Anyway, he's won it from the Rays. And if we go and have a look in the National League, it was Corbin Burns of the Brewers, and we didn't have anyone there. I think that's outrageous. Urias, of course, who we could have had this season if we'd not decided. Oh no, wait, did I just see Bednar there? No, I saw Bieber, not Bednar. Yeah. Urias, what he could have done for us this year would have been nice, wouldn't it? But anyway, another Brewer winning one of our awards. MVP. And it goes to Julio Rodriguez of the Mariners in the National League. And over in the American League, over in the National League, it's bloody Ellie De La Cruz again. Do we have anybody there? Vlad and McQuaid are right up there in the voting, as is Petey Crow Armstrong. But ultimately, all three of them, although prominent, were not high enough up in those votes. I bet they split the Cubs vote. That's what's happening there, isn't it? No wonder they can't win it. Never mind the fact there's a red that's third as well as winning it. But anyway, that is the Major League Baseball awards. Onwards now we go towards free agency, I suppose. Okay, arbitration hearings. Let's have a look and see how we did here. Brent Herter gets a little bit more than ideally he would have, so that's disappointing. Zerpa, Jesus Christ, $4 million. We're going to have to look to trade him. That's a little bit too much for an average bullpen pitcher. Croquet gets more. Jesus, he probably will be a starter for us. Roberts gets what we offered, so that's fine. Clark gets 2.4, which is okay if he's going to be a starter for us. San Martin, he's worth a little bit of extra there. That's fine. McQuaid, again, is worth the extra. We've got Perkins, who is being severely underpaid, even getting what he asked for. Sands, fair enough. He's a very good pitcher. We're getting a little bit done here, though, aren't we? Because Vargas has got more than what we offered as well. Cantorino, I tried to trade him. I couldn't. 1.5, maybe. Oh, I'm not paying you 1.8. I would have sacked him on the spot if he got 1.8. So there we go. That is that. Hall of Fame is going to be voted on momentarily, but it's free agency time now. Now, internationally, there is not too much that is there. I've had a quick look, so we won't be too concerned about that. Our international amateurs have done a training session. But Major League, let's have a look here. Tim Anderson as a shortstop. Is he an upgrade on... not at 33 and on big money, is he, to be fair? So we won't bother with that. We've got a left-handed starting pitcher. No, 8 or 9 months. Max Fried is a left-handed starting pitcher. Good movement. All right, so the extreme ground ball. Wants 26 million, but could be doable. Nickname of Maximus, I like that. Bregman as a third baseman. I mean, there's little argument he would improve the hitting, isn't there? So that's something to consider. Story, I don't think so. Chris Paddock as a starting pitcher, I don't think quite fits. Alejandro Kirk as a catcher, not quite good enough defensively as a catcher, is he? I don't think. McCullers Jr., he's not coming back. Sandy Alcantara. Now, we tried him once before, it didn't work out, but he's definitely better here. And you do wonder, he fits what we want to do as well, doesn't he? Is that 27 million that could be very well spent, I wonder? He's won a Cy Young as well, and then Louis Robert as a centre fielder. We have one of those. What is our budget looking like? So we have 79 million. We're going to have to go and get Alcantara, aren't we? There's no doubt that he would be a big improvement on what we have, and we've got 50 million for extensions as well. So this is going to be an interesting off season now. Let's see what we can do with in terms of strengthening. At least this pitching, I think, isn't it? I think it's just pitching. We have breaking news out of Chicago as the Cubs signed 6-time All-Star third baseman Alex Bregman to a 6-year, $142 million deal. Now, GM Arthur Villain had this to say just moments ago. Yeah, look, it's an exciting deal for the club. There's no doubt about that. Breggers is a proven winner. He's durable, and hopefully he likes to play in October when the rest of our roster take time off. So here we go. This is a big money deal for us, but Alex Bregman has joined us. He will be playing third base. What it also does is it kind of frees up Rafaela, that he can, if we were to get another Swanson injury, that Maid could go to shortstop and Rafaela could go to second base, and it means Wakamatsu Fozzie is kind of not needed right now, which is absolutely fine because he was a little bit rubbish in the postseason, wasn't he? So yeah, I'm excited to see what he can do. Now the contract is a big one, but I'm hopeful that I've structured it in such a way, look at me structuring contracts, that it's going to work out okay. So he's on 32 years old now, but so he makes more money at the front of his contract. By the time we get to the end of it, it's still big money, but it's lesser, obviously. He'll be down 10 million from what he's on this season till when he's 36 in 4 years' time. So I'm like I say, just generally all around, I'm hopeful. There's no doubt that makes us stronger. We are a better team now than we were before I click continue to get to today's. So yeah, let's hope he plays well. Let's hope he does what he's as advertised, I suppose. We are going to win 120 games this season. All right, thank you everybody, and well, another very exciting day for Cubs fans everywhere as we welcome Sandy Alcantara onto the roster. Yes, it's a big money deal, and well, this is what happens when you piss me off, man. We're going to spend money, we're going to win. We are going to win. So another huge addition to the team. Sandy Alcantara has joined us, 4-time All-Star, 2-time Golden Glove, 1-time Cy Young winner, and he is everything Lance McCullers Jr. was, a bit better. Still fits into the ground ball mentality or philosophy that we have. He was solid last year playing for the Marlins. He had a bit of a dodgy year there, didn't he? I'm not quite sure what happened there, but we'll forgive him that one. And look at 2 of the last 3, he's been very good. The contract, again, it's another big one. Again, though, I think we've structured it in a way that it will not benefit or not go too badly against us. So we have him till he's 36, which is a little bit worrying for a pitcher that can get injured quite badly. But again, he's making his big money the first 2 years, and then it does start to drop off after that. So hopefully he's fit for all the whole contract, but if not, it gets less and less painful the longer that we go. So yeah, that is a very nice player to get in. He will lead the starting rotation, and adding to that Perkins and San Martin and Molina, who all had ERAs around about the 3.5 mark this past season. We get somebody in to be the number 5 guy. The pitching looks good, the hitting looks good. I think I'm excited for next season. Alright, it is Rule 5 draft time. Now, there's no one here particularly that makes us better. There's a couple that are close that might, mostly pitchers, to be honest, but I just don't think we don't really need anybody. So yeah, I don't expect to be doing anything. We might lose 1 or 2, but it won't be anybody that we particularly are desperate to keep. So yeah, Rule 5 draft, not really an event this year. Alright, so it looks as though we did lose 2 pitchers. They were 2 that I thought might go. They were decent AAA pitchers, but they don't really fit into our ground ball things. I wasn't too concerned about it. So yeah, no harm, no foul there. Rule 5 draft is done. Okay, we are at the start of spring training, which of course brings us to the end of the episode today. Now, this team didn't need surgery, did it? It was already a very good side, but I'm very pleased with what we've done, and given the players that will be coming back for next season as well, I think we've got to start favourites to win the World Series, don't we? Surely. So this is the way I see our lineup right now. Petey Crow Armstrong in centre field would lead us off. Vlad at first would bat second. McQuaid in left field would bat 3. Now, Bregman wants to be the cleanup man. I'm not going to make him unhappy, so he can clean up at third base. Brennan Davis batting 5 in right field. Edward Julian, remember him, DHing at number 6. Swanson, Maid, and Nido, sort of the defensive gems, bringing up the end of the lineup there. Then we would have a starting rotation of Alcantara, Perkins, San Martin, Molina, and Clark. Temporarily, let's pencil them in. I think the top 3, at least somewhere in the top 5, because they were brilliant for us last year. And then Molina, Clark, and maybe 1 or 2 others. We'll sort of have a look at spring training and see what we get. But I think that team wins a World Series. I really, really do. If we stay fit, which is always the big if, isn't it? It definitely hurt us last season, missing Vlad and Julian and Swanson. But if we can stay fit or relatively fit, even, that to me is a pretty good team. That's a pretty good team, isn't it? But like I say, let me know what you think. We'll play through spring training. I will see you next time for opening day, as here comes Ellie. Hi, miss. And opening day this season is going to be against the Brewers, a chance for revenge. And oh, how we want to absolutely smash them into the ground, don't we? So let's hope we do that. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. I'm excited for this season. I think we've done really, really well there. Take care.